This performance has been brought to you through the wonderful magic of YPT. The entire cast and crew welcome you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
One can hardly move for beauty and brilliance these days. Seems that there are millions of these, one in a million these days. Specialness is de rigueur, above average is average, go figure. Is it some modern miracle of calculus that such freaking miracles don't render each one unmiraculous?
My mommy says I'm a miracle, and look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doctor chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a precious verily, she has never seen prettier verily. She's a divine kid, I have to cut it on the cream, but I'm a verily, so give me more cake. Take it from the picture, Papa, read the book and take a look at here.
She's clearly more emotionally developed than her peers. What a dear!
Oh, honey, look at Mummy.
Don't put honey on your brother.
Smile for Mummy, smile for Mother.
I think she
We'll
blinked.
take another.
Have you seen the school report? He got a C on his report.
What?
We'll have to change his school. The teacher's clearly falling short.
She's just delightful. So hilarious and insightful.
Might she be a little brighter than her class?
I guess she's definitely advanced.
Take another my mother says I'm a miracle, look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doctor chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. Don't take a lie, mommy says I'm a miracle, that I'm as tiny and as shiny as a miracle. You can be all cynical, but it's a truth empirical. There's never been a miracle as miracle as me.
Look, this is going to take much longer, Doctor. I've got a plane to catch at 3. I'm competing in the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championship in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Mrs. Wormwood.
Well, of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. And this time, I have a secret weapon. Rodolfo. He's part Italian, you know. Very supple. And he has incredible upper body strength.
I think we should have a talk.
So, what is it? What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Wormwood, do you really have no idea?
Gas?
Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully. What do you think might be the cause of this?
Am I fat?
Mrs. Wormwood, you're pregnant.
What?
You're going to have a baby?
But I've got a baby! I don't want another one! Isn't there something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant.
Antibiotics, or... Oh my good lord! What about the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championship?
Maybe, Mrs. Wormwood. magic and happiness and wonder. Oh, bloody hell!
Every life I bring into this world, restores my faith in you guys.
I'll come through in a minute!
Each newborn life a canvas, yet the faces is still unbroken skin, this uncorrupted mind. Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life. And yet every single life is a miracle.
Where is he? Where's my son? Oh my word! He's another little thing!
Mr. Wormwood, this child is a girl. A beautiful, beautiful little girl.
Is there still time for the biannual inter-championship amateur sausage and barn dancing?
Competition's finished. You missed it.
I don't suppose we can exchange it for a boy, could we?
This is the worst day of my life. Oh, my undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. My skin looks just revolting in this foul fluorescent light, and this gown is nothing like the semi-formal, semi-Spanish gown I should be wearing in the semi-finals tonight. I should be dancing the tarantella, Kimon feather, Italiana, not dressed in hospital cotton, with an ouching front bottom, and this horrible, smelly little miracle animal I have ever seen.
I can't find his Franken beans.
Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life, and yet every single life is a miracle.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day God chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no peer for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a miracle, that I'm as shiny and as shiny as a miracle. If you think I'll see the cover, it's a miracle, as a miracle, as miracle, as miracle. My mommy says I'm a lousy little worm. My daddy says I'm a ball. My mommy says I'm a jaunt of little germ. That kids like me should be against the law. My daddy says I should learn to shut my pie hole. No one likes a smart mouth girl like me. Mum says I'm a good case for population control. Dad says I should watch more TV.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir. 155 brand new cars, sir. Are they good runners? Let's put it this way. You wouldn't beat them in a race. No, sir. Yes, sir. They are good runners indeed, sir. So, hang on.
Look, it's this. She's reading a book. That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom.
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl.
And she keeps telling me stories, Harry! Stories! Who wants to hear stories? I mean, it's not normal for a girl to be all thinking.
I'm gonna call you straight back. Would you please shut up? I am trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my life, and I have to listen to this. It's your fault. You spend us into trouble, and you expect me to get us out. What am I, a flaming escapologist?
Escapologist, he says? What about me then? I've got a whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. If you're an escapologist, I must be an acrobat to balance that lot. The world's greatest acrobat.
But I'm going to make us rich.
Rich? How rich?
Very rich Russian businessmen. Very, very stupid. Your genius husband is going to sell them 155 knackered old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair? Listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair does not get you anywhere, you thick-headed twit brain. All I can say is thank heavens Michael has inherited his old man's brains, eh, son?
Michael.
Well, I shall take the money when you earn it, and I shall spend it, but I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you've spoken to me tonight.
You! This is your fault with your stupid books and stupid reading.
What? But I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Right. I'll tell you something. You're off to school in a few days' time, and you won't be getting right there. Oh no. I know your headmistress Agatha Trunchbull, and I tell her all about you and your smarty pants ideas. Great, big, strong, scary woman she is. Used to compete in the Olympics throwing the hammer. Imagine what she's going to do to a horrible little squeaky goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get off to bed, you little bookworm.
Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. Platinum blonde hair dye, extra strong, keep out of reach of children. Oil of violet hair tonic for men. Yup. In the slip of a boat, there's a tiny revolt. the seed of a war in the creak of a floorboard. A storm can begin with the flap of a wing. The tiniest might pass the mightiest sting. Every day starts with the tick of a clock on the skates. Starts with the tick of a lock. If you're stuck in your story and want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to shout. Cause if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, won't change a thing. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. And nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
In business, son, a man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means a good brain. Now you see, the secret to my... The secret to my success is this. Oil of violet hair tonic for men. Stand back, son. Your old man's going to work. Ooh, yeah! That's the stuff! Ooh, yeah! That's where it's at, all right! Ooh, that's the bananas right there! Let me tell you something, son. A man in business simply cannot fail to get noticed. He looks like this.
Your hair! It's green! What on earth did you do that for? Why do you want green hair?
I don't want green hair. I didn't do anything.
Maybe you used some of Mummy's peroxide by mistake.
That's exactly what you've done, you stupid man!
My hair? My lovely hair! Oh my good lord! I've got my deal today! The Russians! What am I going to do?
Mum, would you like to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting! Go on, creep on back to that library of yours or something. The sooner you're locked up in that school, the better.
Here in the library again, are we?
Yes. I mean, my mum wanted me to stay at home with her. She hates it when I go out. She misses me so much. Dad too. He loves having me around. But I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space sometimes.
Your parents must be so proud to have a girl as clever as you. And you tell them lots of stories like you do with me. Oh, I love your stories, Matilda. And that's not a hint, by the way. But if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell me...
Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps. I'll see you next week.
Goodbye, Miss Honey. And good luck with the tool story. As I was saying, Matilda, I'm not hinting, but if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell me, I could...
Who was that lady?
That lady? That was Miss Honey. She's going to be your teacher.
That lady is my...
Yes, your teacher. Now look, are you going to tell me a story or not?
Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an escapologist who could escape from any lock that was ever invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled it seemed as if she could actually tribe, fell in love and got married. They performed some of the most incredible feats together anyone has ever seen, and people would come from miles around. Kings, queens, celebrities, and astronauts. And not just to see their skill, but also to see their love for each other, which was so deep that it was said that cats would purr as they passed them, and that dogs would weep with joy. They moved into a beautiful old house on the edge of town, and in the evenings they would walk and take the air, and each night the children of the town would wait in anticipation, hoping to catch a glimpse of the shiny white scarf that the acrobats always wore. For they knew they had only to cry, "Tricks, tricks!" and the great performers would instantly oblige with the most spectacular show just for them. But although they loved each other, although they were famous, and everyone loved them, they were sad.
We have everything.
We have everything that the world has to offer, said the wife. But we do not have the one thing in the world we want most.
But the one thing.
We do not have a child.
Patience, my love.
Patience, my love, the husband replied. Time is on our side. Even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda.
But time is the one thing no one is master of. And as time passed, they grew quite old, and still they had no child. At night, they listened to the silence of their big, empty house, and they would imagine how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sounds of a child playing.
Matilda, this is very sad.
Do you want me to stop?
Don't you dare.
The sadness overwhelmed them and drew them on to ever more dangerous feats, as their work became the only place they could escape the inescapable tragedy of their lives. And so it was. It was decided to perform the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is cold, said the husband, announcing the event to the world's press, who had gathered to listen with bated breath. The burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, and it is the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is our destiny, said his wife, smiling sadly and slipping her hand into his. It is where the loneliness of life has led us.
Well, what happened next?
I don't know. Not yet, anyway.
What? But isn't there some more? I mean, just a bit more? Isn't there a little bit more? Well, I suppose your mother will be waiting for you. Is she here? I'd love to meet her, actually. Maybe
Bye, Mrs. Phelps. I'll see you tomorrow.
after your first day at school.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. My daddy says I'm a special little guy. I am a princess.
I am a prince.
Mum says I'm an angel.
Mum says I'm an angel.
Mum says I'm an angel.
So you think you're able to try this mess by being a prince or a princess? You
wasting energy. Seems like when you know it is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. But as I try, I can't remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bell. Like you, I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to suffer, listen up and I will teach you a thing or two. You listen here, my tea, you'll be punished for the chili. You can step out of line, if you cry, you'll be double. You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful.
Why?
Why? Did you hear what he said?
Just you wait for phys ed. What's phys ed? Physical education.
It's the Trunchbull's speciality.
My mummy says I'm a miracle. Ah! My daddy said I would be the teacher's pet. School is really fun, according to my mum.
Dad isn't learning the alphabet.
The alphabet? Oh, you've got to learn to listen, kid.
And so you were able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess. You will soon see you're escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Cause your life as you know it is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I'm trapped inside this cage for ages, this living hell. But if I try, I can't remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bells. Like you, I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to, someone listen up and I will teach you. I'll give it to you. Listen to me, and give me the business of pity. Step back online, find some W to take out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful.
Why? Didn't you hear what we said?
Just you wait for phys ed. Just you wait for phys ed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. Just you wait for phys ed.
Good morning, children. My name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day. Your first day at school. Now, do any of you know any of your 2 times table? Oh, wonderful. Matilda, isn't it? Please stand and do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is 24,
Well, my
13
word,
times 2 is 26, 14 times 2 is 28, 15 times 2 is 30, 16 times 2 is...
Good heavens, how far can you go?
I don't know. Quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
Yes, that's very... How about this? Now this is much harder, so don't worry if you don't get it, but 2 times 487. If you took your time...
974.
12 sevens.
84.
Let's leave maths for the time being and look at reading. Can anyone read this?
Me.
Very well, Nigel. Yes, I think we'd better leave it there, Nigel. We don't want you to burst a blood vessel on your first day. Lavender.
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato is a very good word.
Yes!
Matilda?
I can now read words.
So, Matilda, you can read words.
Yes. Well, I need to learn to read words so that I can read sentences. Because basically, a sentence is just a big bunch of words. And if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book yourself, Matilda?
Oh, yes, more than one. I love books. Last week I read quite a few.
A few? In a week? My, that is good. What books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, The Lord of the Rings, Kim, The Invisible Man, The Secret Garden, Crime and Punishment, and The Cat in the Hat.
Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. It's nothing to fear. You're being pathetic. It's just a door. You've seen one before. Just knock on the door. Look at you trying to hide, silly. Standing outside the principal's office like a little girl. It's just pathetic. But this little girl, this miracle. Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic.
Well, don't just stand there like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, you see, there's... In my class, that is, there is a little girl called Matilda Wormwood, and...
Daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood, who owns Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brat, though. Says she's a real wart.
Oh, no, mistress. I don't think Matilda is that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bambinatum est maggitum.
Bambinatum est maggitum. Children are maggots. In fact, it must have been her who put that stink bomb under my desk this morning. I'll have her for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
But I didn't... Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense! Haven't I just told you that she is a gangster?
Oh, but she knows her times tables.
So she's learnt a few tricks.
But she can read.
So can I.
I have to tell you, headmistress, that in my opinion, this little girl should be placed in the top form with the 11-year-olds.
What? But she is a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot just place her in with the 11-year-olds. What kind of a society would that be? What about the rules, honey? Rules?
I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception? To the rules? In my school? Look at my trophies, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English hammer-throwing champion? 1969. Do you think in that moment, when my big moment came, that I treated the rules with casual disdain? Well,
like hell. As I stepped up to the circle, did I change my plan? What? As I chalked up my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and dream for a minute or two? Do you think I faltered or amended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt from the grunt I had practiced for many a month? Not a jot, not a dot. Did I stray from the plot? Not a detail of my throw was adjusted or forgotten. Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed high up above the stands. Did I let myself go? No, 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 no. No. Want to throw the hammer for your country? Yes, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. If you want to make the team, you don't use happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children. 2, 3, 4.
If you want to throw the hammer
For your country,
not to ask like you have to stay inside the circle
all the time.
Circle,
And if you want to teach success, you don't use sympathy or tenderness. You have to force the little squirts to toe the line. Sing, Jenny!
If you want to throw the hammer glory on the YouTube, you have to stay inside the circle. Circular master, you'll stay.
Apply just one simple rule to hammer throwing life and school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the belly line and toe it, and always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out.
Well, I must tell you, headmistress, that it is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, stinking, slimy, great big question asking. How dare they spit to me like that? Who the hell do they think they are? Flippin' filthy, nasty, stupid Russians!
Oh, don't tell me we're not rich.
It's the mileage! They took one look at the mileage on the first car and said that these cars were knackered. I tell them, I said, the reason the mileage is so high is a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course it's not true.
So you lied?
Of course I lied.
And they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me! I got green hair!
I've got hair!
And what's this? Another flaming book? What's wrong with the telly?
She's got no respect, that one. It's all books and stories.
No, it's a lovely book. Honest, you should read it. I'm sure you'd...
Lovely? Here's what I think of you're lovely.
No, it's from the library. It's a library book. You show that little brat. No.
Now get out of here, you little stickworm!
Do we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. And while you're at it, why don't you stick your stupid book to your stupid head?
Just because you find that life's not fair doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you you always take it on the chin and wear it. Nothing will change. Even if you're tall, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like let him stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
I've got my eye on you, boy.
I'm a girl. Matilda, can I ask you a question? Do all those brains in your head give you a headache? I mean, it's got the head. Oh, squished in there. No, it's fine. I think they just fit. Right. Well, look, I'd better hang around just in case. If they start to squeeze out of your ears or something, you're going to need help. I'm Lavender, and I think it's probably for the best if we're best friends. Ah! Help! Someone poured a whole can of treacle into the trunchbull's chair. She sat down, when she stood up, her knicker stayed stuck to the seat. Someone told her I did it, but I never, and now she's after me. That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
Oh, you're done, kid. You're finished.
Once Agatha Trunchbull decides you're guilty, you are squished!
Yesterday, she caught Julie's Rotwinkle eating licorice all sorts during science.
She just picked him, swung him around, and threw him out the window!
Don't listen to them. That didn't happen. They're trying to scare us. Oh, Matilda, they're saying she's gonna put me in chokey. They say it's a cupboard in her office that she throws children into. They say she's lined with nails and spikes and bits of broken glass. It's a place you are sent if you haven't been good, and it's made of spikes and wood, and it isn't wide enough to sit. And even if you could, there are nails on the bottom, so you wish you'd stood when the hinges creak and the door is closed. You cannot say squat, not the end of your nose. And when you scream, you don't know if the sound came out or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth. Ah! All right, look. When did this happen? 20 minutes ago. Why? Oh no, she's coming. You'd better hide. Quick, blazes! Please don't tell her where Aunt Matilda now.
You separating spleen, where is the maggot known as Nigel?
He's over there, under those coats, where he's been for the last hour. Actually,
What? An hour?
oh yes, you see, unfortunately, Nigel suffers from the rare but chronic sleep disorder, narcolepsy. The condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing bouts of chronic fatigue and falling suddenly asleep, often without knowing any warning at all. You see, he fell asleep, and we put him under those coats for safety, didn't we? Didn't we? Yes. Narcolepsy. But he'll probably think he's in bed when he wakes up. Oh, is it time for school yet, Mom? This isn't my bedroom at all. Oh, hello, Miss Trunchbull.
You! What is your name?
Matilda Wormwood.
Ah, so you're Wormwood, are you? Well, Wormwood, you have just made a very big mistake.
Just so you all know, she's my best friend!
A completely different cast, sir. Green hair. Yeah, it was a National Green Air Day, a celebration of all the wonderful green things in the world like lettuce and snot. Do you want one? Absolutely, sir. Bye, sir. Do the noodle. Now that is how you do. What the? I'm gonna leave this on. Looks like rain.
Hello, my name is Miss Honey, and Matilda's teacher.
Bit busy right now.
It will only take a moment.
Well, come in if you must. This is Rodolfo. He's my dance partner. We're rehearsing.
Ciao.
Ah, parli italiano. Viene, ciao Rodolfo, piacere. Come stai?
What? Who is this? Babe, you know what interruptions do to my energy flow.
What do you want, miss? Chutney?
Oh, it's Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda is in the bottom class, and children in the bottom class aren't really expected to read.
Well, stop her reading then! Lord knows! We tried!
I'm in the zone, Joel. I can feel it in my hips. Don't waste this.
I'm not in favor of girls getting all clever pants, miss. Hussy, girls should think about makeup and hair dye. Looks are far more important than books. Now look at you. And look at me. You chose books. I chose looks.
I beg your pardon?
Babes, I'm on fire here. Please.
But Matilda, he calculates complicated figures in our head in an instant.
Calculate this.
Fantastical!
Her mind is incredible. With a little help from us, she could...
Mind! Her mind! You really don't know anything, do you? Somewhere along the way, my dear, you've made an awful error. You oughtn't blame yourself now. Come along. You seem to think that people are clever. It's very quaint, it's very sweet, but wrong. People don't like smarty pants what go around claiming that they know stuff we don't know. Now here's a tip. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know is expressed. Content has never been less important, so you have got to be loud. Girl, you gotta let us stand up and stick out from the crowd. A little less flat, a lot more heel. A little less fat, a lot more feel. A little less brain, a lot more air. A little less head, a lot more derriere. No one's gonna tell you when to shake your tush. Well, you ought to like, don't hide it under a bush. You'll No one's gonna love if you don't stand out. No one's gonna listen if you don't shout. No one's gonna care if you don't care. So go and put some highlights in your hair. Cause you gotta highlight what you got. Even if what you got is not enough, you gotta be loud. You gotta give yourself permission to shine, to stand out and be proud. A little less, a lot more zing, a little less shh, a lot more sway, a little less dressing like your mum, a little more ba-dum bum bum, ba-dum bum. You gotta be loud and stand out from the crowd. Are you listening? You gotta be loud. You gotta give yourself permission to shine, to stand up and be proud, proud, proud. Think you're clever, whatever. You gotta be loud, 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 loud. You gotta be loud.
Stop being pathetic, Jenny. Just get on your feet, Jenny. You are going to march in there and give them a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you'll just look like a fool. This is not your problem. You've not got the spine. You are a teacher, just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's found me, pathetic little me, and another door closes, and Jenny's outside.
And so, the great day arrived. It was like the entire world had gathered to see the burning woman hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over shocks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage. Everything was arranged by the acrobat sister, a frightening woman he used to be, an Olympic-class hammer thrower. People whispered that in her dark and brooding heart, she resented her sister, both her success and her love. Suddenly, out came the escapologist, dressed as usual in his tux and spangly costume, but there was no sign of the acrobat. and no glimpse at all of her shiny white scarf. And instead of the musical fanfare, there was silence as he slowly strode into the ring.
Ladies
And gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman hurling through the air
with
dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, has been cancelled. No! Yes. The audience gasped so loud that a passing airplane caught it on its instrumentation and reported it as an atmospheric phenomenon.
cancelled because my wife
Is pregnant.
Oh, Matilda!
Absolute silence. You could have heard a fly there. Then suddenly, the audience jumped to its feet and roared in appreciation. The great feat was instantly forgotten, and the applause went on for nearly an hour.
So it has a happy ending.
Forgotten by everyone except, that is, the acrobat's sister. When all had quieted down, she stepped forward and produced a contract.
A contract?
A contract you have signed to perform this feat, and perform this feat you shall.
No.
I have paid for the posters, publicity, the catering, the toilet facilities. If I give the crowd their money back, where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands are tied. The burning woman hurled through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharp and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage will be performed and performed this day, or off to prison you both shall go.
No! No! Well, what happened next?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you tomorrow.
What? But I don't know if my nose will make it until tomorrow.
Mrs. Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore.
No, Matilda, we must find out how it ends. And I'm not crying because it's sad. It's just, they wanted a child so very much. It must be wonderful for a child to be so wanted.
Yes, wonderful. Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps.
Matilda, can I speak to you, please? I'm afraid I have not been too successful in getting others to recognize your abilities. So, starting tomorrow, I shall bring in a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind. You may sit and read them while I teach the others, and if you have any questions, well, I shall do my best to answer them. How does that sound? Matilda? Why, that is the biggest hug in the world. You're going to hug all the air out of me.
Matilda Wormwood! Matilda Wormwood, where is
Yes,
Matilda?
Miss Trunchbull.
Aha! So you admit it, do you?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
Oh, this plot, this foul carbuncle is none other than a disgusting criminal, a denizen of the underworld, a member of the mafia. This morning, you sneaked like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray.
No, I did not.
Miss Trunchbull, Matilda's been here all morning.
Standing up for the little spitball, are you? Well, this crime took place before school started, therefore, she is guilty.
Okay, look, alright, I stole the cake. And I was really, definitely, sort of almost thinking about running up. Maybe. But the thing was having a lot of trouble with my belly. You see, the Trunchbull's cake was so good that I scoffed it down too quick, and now I was beginning to fight back. Oops. See?
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
Oh, you are guilty because you are a fiend, you are a crook, you are a thief, and I shall crush you. I shall pound you.
It was the biggest burp I'd ever done. It was the biggest burp I'd ever heard. It was the biggest burp I'd ever heard about. It was like the entire world went silent for that burp to exist.
Bruce Bog Trotter.
Yes, miss?
You liked my cake, didn't you, Bruce?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. And I'm very sorry.
Oh, no, as long as you enjoyed the cake, that's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes, Bog Trotter, it is.
Oh, well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful. Marvelous. That makes me so happy. It gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, cook! What's the matter, Bog Trotter? Lost your appetite?
Oh, yes, I'm full.
Oh, no, you are not full. I'll tell you when you are full, and I say that criminals like you are not full until you've eaten the entire cake.
But...
No buts, you haven't got time for buts. Eat!
But I can't eat it all.
Headmistress, he'll be sick.
Oh, well, he should have thought of that before he made a pact with Satan and decided to steal my cake. Eat!
He can't.
Eat!
He surely can't.
Eat!
He might explode.
Eat!
A single slice, or even two, Bruce, might have been nice. But even you, Bruce, had to admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size. He can, Bruce. He surely can. You are the man, Bruce. He might explode. He's quite elastic. He's going to make him stop. He's fantastic. Look at him go. I think in effect, it's not confirmed, Bruce. What he has suspected, you have a word, Bruce. Or maybe a largeness. It's like a TARDIS. Considerably roomy on its side.
sorry, Miss Trunchbull. I got carried away.
Oh, that's okay, Jenny. We all get carried away sometimes, even me. Well done, Bogtrotter, good show. Well, come along, Bogtrotter. What? Where? Oh, did I not mention that was the first part of your punishment? There's more, the second part, and the second part is Turkey!
What? No, Miss Trunchbull, please, you can't.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, please, you can! Who do you think I am, Miss Honey? An idiot? A weakling? A fool? You?
But he's eaten it all. He did what you asked.
I did it! I ate a lot! I did it! No, don't put me in Turkey! Not that!